Hello and welcome to Afternoon Tea with Karen. Today I'm going to share the art of protest watching. It's like bird watching, but a little bit more political. Also, why I collect a lot of those little clips that I've collected. So, this is a stop cruise protest. This one was at Carols by Candlelight in New York, a pro Palestinian protest. It was organised by Within Our Lifetime, and here's Nadine Kiswani, the founder. She did some speeches and stuff. There were cars going around honking horns. Here she is just on the right there. Now this is interesting. They'll do some chanting and stuff. Um, and there's going to be like a little bit of a scuffle because there's always those people there that don't want to cause trouble. And then the little stewards shepherd the crowd along, really quiet, like yeah, impressively. Um, they're wearing black and white.
Please go Israel bombs! USA pays! How many kids did you kill today? Israel bombs! USA pays! How many kids have you killed today? Israel bombs! USA pays! How many kids have you killed today? Israel bombs! USA pays! How many kids have you killed today? Israel bombs! USA pays! How many kids have you killed today? Israel bombs! USA pays! How many kids have you killed today? Israel bombs! USA pays! How many kids did you kill today? Israel bombs! USA pays! How many kids did you kill today? Israel bombs! USA pays! How many kids did you kill today? Israel bombs! USA pays! How many kids did you kill today? Israel bombs! USA pays! How many kids did you kill today? Israel bombs! USA pays! How many kids did you kill today? Israel bombs! USA pays! How many kids did you kill today? Israel bombs! USA pays! How many kids did you kill today? Israel bombs! USA pays! How many kids did you kill today? USA pays! Jesus was Palestinian! What was Jesus was Palestinian!
Yes, so avoided a scuffle. Also, their signs were all different to each other. They weren't like all mass-produced signs that you'll see in the next one. Now, I collected a bit on how the socialists set up their Stop Christmas for Palestine. This is in New York. This is their when bombs are dropping while you're shopping, which is also one that campaign that they had in Australia. So the socialists don't exclusively support Palestine; they support a horde of other causes, and they're anti-capitalists. So with the pro-Palestine and the anti-capitalist thing, Jewish businesses and shops, get targeted because they have two oppressor points in their intersectionality scale. One of the things that you notice, apart from that they've got their names on the signs, is the repetitive signs. Like, so they'll be giving them out at the start of the events. So you'll see a whole group of all with the same thing, and then things deteriorate later in the evening. And then I collected ones from Melbourne and Sydney. So this one shows they've got a lot of the same signage and they're set up the same. And these marches are organised by the Socialist Alliance, who are these guys. Mm, they're a political party aligned with the Greens. A lot of the Greens were previously members of this party, and they're into all these things. They're into trans stuff, which works with Palestine because it's secure for homosexuality. Da, 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 da. You don't ever hear the socialists discussing gay and lesbian issues anymore. They don't stick up for lesbians, and if if lesbians try to have a shindig, everyone turns on them and says no, you can't. You have to have trans women. So anyway, you see the matching signs and things because they're mass produced and handed out. And then there's people in the crowd like this gentleman with his socialist fist and the red top here with down Israel, Australia, and the Israel, USA, and the Australian regimes. And we have the Social Alliance banner in Melbourne. So some of the crowd's there because of what's happening in the Middle East, and some of the crowd is there for Viva the Revolution. So this is a Socialist Workers' Party um, uh, who they had after October the 7th and when Israel responded. And so it was like, right now, Viva the Revolution, we're getting all these protests organised and this is what we're going to do. And the unions are all involved, etc., etc. The blonde lady down on the right-hand side, she talks about getting the kids out of schools and, because the teachers are involved and things. And then Australia then follows what the Australian Socialist Alliance then follows the Socialist Workers' Party in the UK. Now, the guy second from the left, I only kept the party planning bits, right? But the guy on the second from the left is from Sinn Féin, and at the Let Women Speak event in Dublin last year, Sinn Féin showed up to this as well, because it's a union thing. If you watch the protests, there are people there that looks like they've just come straight off building sites. Anyway, let's check out trans and intersex pride. Well, of course, trans is something you do after you're born, and intersex is something you're born with. So that's one of their strategies. Take something that's unpopular and you attach it to something that's acceptable, and yeah. Also, the guy in on the other side of the fence, the third person into to the left in the rainbow outfit, he's a councillor, and so he's part of the like rainbow government movement thing, and that's here in Australia as well. This isn't one of my ones. I just quickly went and grabbed something, so I thought that'll explain this better. So, this is something I collected from one of their Marxism conventions. Look at all the signs in the background. So, back in 1984, lesbians and gays support the miners. So then the miners support the lesbians and gays. Back in a time when, they had to worry about things like being put in prison. And now, trade unionists vote against lesbians who want to have an event without, trans women with Y chromosomes. Um, and yeah, and they're into puberty blockers. Well, it's 1984. The Queer Nation organisation doesn't happen till 1990. Judith Butler's books, well, they don't start coming out until the same time. Monica Helms hasn't written the book about being transgender yet either. So it's, looking pretty good between the gays and lesbians and the trades unions at the moment. In 1984, anyway, because of this connection, the unions, all the unions, are supporting this legislation going through, you know, because of the brotherhood and of all that sort of stuff, solidarity with their trans and queer brothers and sisters, to strengthen media regulations to ensure greater accountability for news outlets that promote anti-trans disinformation. So they're going to help strengthen media regulations. The union. Mm. Which union? All of it. Yeah. And I have pretty much nowhere else to go with that. So I've been just watching the protests, wondering why all these groups were showing up to support each other, and got into watching all the socialist stuff, learning all their words, and considering what's going on at the moment. And I've just been collecting little snippets, so they sort of make a little bit more sense now. Like, I tried doing it like as a playlist, but I just couldn't explain it properly. Anyway, see you later. Bye. Yeah, I'm still working on that other thing.